Peace, family. Welcome back to the Campaign TV show. This is your brother, King Cam. I am the host of the Campaign TV show, as you know, and welcome back for another lit and informational and black-tastic podcast, family. So as you come in to the podcast, I need you to hit the comment section, family. I need you to let me know what city, what state that you checking in from. Let us know where you watching the show from, family. And for all of my YouTube family, I need you to come on in. I need you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell, stay notified each and every time we drop a video. And on my Facebook family, I need you to show some love, hit the comment section, as well as share to your networks. We got a good show lined up for tonight. We're going to be interviewing a young and upcoming entrepreneur, a sister by the name of Made by K Kitchen. She's going to be telling us her story, family. So as we prepare to receive our sister, y'all come on in, show me some love, and let's watch the video.
Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. They gave leadership to our foreparents, and that leadership made them slaves. But we have decided to find a leadership of our own.
Not your average nigga, I'm a guy out the hood. They can't downplay me. I came up, I'm elevated. I ain't gotta say too much for them to know I'm coming for what's mine. You know they see me in my presence, say they see how I'm coming. Young, but you not just gonna finesse me like you did my peoples. Then back when you said they was emancipated. This ain't that. Your head too big, you feeling yourself. The game wasn't fair, you had the advantage, we wasn't educated. I don't look at you people the same. Nah. Your worst nightmare, my skin tone about them chains. Yeah. Not no circus lion, son, I can't be tamed. You gon' have to kill me, pussy, Toby ain't my name. Y'all still wanna think our history started when we were slaves? What? Come on now, talk about them pyramids we made. I was chosen by that man, you know y'all just been running game. The nerve of you acting like I ain't.
What's up, family? So yeah, that's the intro video. You know, we're gonna be working to put together another one, a new one, family. And shout out to the soundtrack for my brother Golden Child, man. If you want to hear more of that music, man, y'all can follow Golden Child on all social media platforms, family. So again, welcome. It is Wednesday night. Welcome to the Campaign TV show podcast. Tonight we will be interviewing a young black entrepreneur. Now, you know, we've interviewed several different types of guests on our show. We've interviewed entrepreneurs, we've interviewed community activists, we interviewed other artists and producers and all of that kind of stuff, family. So we try to make sure that we just stay tapped into the community, always staying tapped into the streets as always. So shout out to the family that's in the building, Sister Melanin Love, always tapped into the show. Shout out to Philly. Rama Durant, what's going on, sis? Good evening to you as well. Peace and love, peace and love. So what I need everybody to do is I need you, as you come into the podcast tonight, I need you to make sure that you are commenting and letting us know what city, what state you tuning in from, as well as also sharing this out to your network so we can get as many people in here as possible, family. So tonight is going to be a dope show. I'm interested in talking to this young sister because she is also a part of our ABS tribe and BWO. So she's a student. She's been looking to do some different things and, you know, try to grow her business and things of that nature. So I'm thoroughly excited just to talk to her about what she's been able to accomplish, what her story is like, and also, you know, what type of challenges she's actually had to go through being an entrepreneur and how she's been able to utilize digital real estate, family. So as we wait for sis to come in, shout out to Pensacola, Florida. Shout out to Chicago. What's going on, Chicago? Brother Michael Neal in the building, family. Who else is in here? Come on now. Come on. Go ahead. Share this out, y'all. Got Chicago in the building, Pensacola, Florida, you know, Philadelphia. No, I got to shout out at all the cities in the states that come and tap in, check us out, family. And, you know, and keep it moving. This is the international podcast platform, man. We get people that watch this all over the nation and all over the country, man. So we have the UK tap in sometimes, Ghana tap in, Nigeria tap in, Canada tap in, Mike 35X. There we go. There we go. Brother had to hit me. Say, hold on, brother. Not the Neil, but the 35X, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So look, I want to drop this track for y'all. Y'all know my brother, your brother, brother Ben X. It's called 400 Years, and it features the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. So as we wait for some more people to come on to the room, family, go ahead and listen to this.
You don't tell the white man that you're willing to go back and cut no underbrush. We already did that once. If we have to do it again, that's not progress. Hell no. Get out of the cities and the towns that we helped you build. Go and find some other state to move in. You move out, we move in. Now wait a minute. You say, oh, come on, Farrakhan, that's a pipe dream. Well, damn, you better put it in your pipe then.
400 years we've been lacking reacting. Ain't no more lacking we acting. We standing up now, we up at it, we at you.
I told y'all Canada was in the building.
Now we don't need no more trapping. Cause we know these niggas acting. They talk about guns, we know they capping. They got it all rapping.
400 years.
Lacking reacting. Ain't no more lacking we acting. We standing up now, we up at it, we at you.
We at you.
Now I go get it and stack it. Waking up now, we don't need no more trapping.
What's going on, family? Let's turn it up.
Guns, we know that they capping.
Yeah.
We know they got it all rapping. The youth don't need a stunt double. Introduce them to the real thing. Gotta tell them about the hidden hand. Real talk, that's the real pain. Introduce you to the white man. Think you made it, that's the real pain. Then I let you see a white snake and you can't see they the same thing. Get your bread, yeah, build your business. Hidden hand in the same lane. Keep a slaves in a small cell. Tell a young nigga bang bang. Shoot first, ask questions later. Two brothers in the same game. Fuck that like fuck crack. Big dog like a great Dane. 400 years we've been lacking reacting. Ain't no more lacking we acting. We standing up now, we up at it, we at you. Now I go get it and stack it. Waking up now, we don't need no more trapping. Cause we know these niggas acting. They talk about guns, we know that they capping. We know they got it all rapping. 400 years we've been lacking reacting.
What up, Newport News?
More lacking we acting. We standing up now, we up at it, we at you. Now I go get it and stack it. Waking up now, we don't need no more trapping. Cause we
Walaikum salam.
they talk about guns, we know that they capping. We know they got it all rapping. 400 years in a living hell. Break chains, gotta break free. Do for self like Elijah said. Fire him before he fire me. Eat good, he the man of God. Ain't falling for the vaccine. Up late, playing, plotting freedom. Still building, no caffeine. Better tune in to Farrakhan, cause this here is a marathon. Build now, getting real now. Witness the fall of Babylon. Black man, you the first man. Getting tricked by mankind. If we unite and rise up, we'll win every damn time. 400 years we've been lacking reacting. Ain't no more lacking we acting. We standing up now, we up at it, we at you. Now I go get it and stack it. Waking up now, we don't need no more trapping. Cause we know these niggas acting. They talk about guns, we know that they capping. We know they got it all rapping. 400 years we've been lacking reacting. Ain't no more lacking we acting. We standing up now, we up at it, we at you. Now I go get it and stack it. Waking up now, we don't need no more trapping. Cause we know these niggas acting. They talk about guns, we know that they capping. We know they got it all rapping.
Pay me for my pain, yeah, pay me for my tears. Pay me reparations for all 400 years. All my people struggled and all my people feel. And now we come and taking everything while we give it some.
Yeah, family. That is 400 years. 400 years. Brother Ben X featuring the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And really, really laid that foundation, man, on freedom, justice, and equality, and why separation is the only answer to the black and white problem here in America, family. So those who tuned in last night, man, we had a special guest that joined us yesterday where we discussed a lot of the medical racism that exists today in America. And I thought it was a important topic to cover because with the increasing amount of people entering the hospital, the increasing amount of pregnant women going into the hospital, and what the agenda is for the administration at this time, I think it's important that we let our people know what's going on when it pertains to these doctors, these nurses, and the people that are supposed to be treating you with care. And Sister Ann was on last night. Sister Love was on last night. And they really saw how we was able to unpack a lot of the different things. And the sisters was able to share some of their stories of some of the things that happened to them being in the hospital, some of the diagnoses they were given and things like that, and understand that black women are less likely to be believed that they are in pain from the doctors than any other race of people. That's very important because these women are going to these hospitals, things are happening, and a lot of people are not knowing and understanding what's going on. So I thought that was very important, that we highlighted that fact last night, and that it was super, super impactful. I'm glad everybody was able to get something from that. So tonight, we're going to be interviewing a young sister by the name of Made by K Kitchen. And she's going to be talking to us about her story. Now, you know, I'm big on stories, y'all. I'm big on making sure that people come and they tell their authentic story of how they've been able to get to where they've been able to get to. I think that's important, you know, because oftentimes we think that it's just something that just happened out of the sky and not really understanding where they actually came from. So she's a baker from the Bronx, New York, and she pushes the culture forward through dessert art and community organization. She owns a food and lifestyle blog called Made by K Kitchen, and we believe that baking is a therapy. So, you know, when we talk to a lot of our people, it's about more than just making money. We can start businesses, right, that make money. We can start businesses that can bring in a lot of income, but what is the purpose? What is the greater purpose that you're looking to achieve when it comes to that business, family? I think that's very important that we look at that. So when we talk about impact and purpose, that's really what that's about. Impact and purpose is beyond making money, because making money is a product of you walking in your purpose. It's a product of you actually impacting people. It's a product of you actually bringing value. You're going to automatically make money. So I want us to get out of our head that we need to go into business just to make money. Go into business to impact people with a solution. Start a company, become an entrepreneur because you have a solution that you're trying to bring to the people in a particular field. You're trying to solve a problem. Become an entrepreneur and solve problems, not to make money, okay? Because at the end of the day, that's just a byproduct of you doing the work. That's all that is. It's a byproduct of you actually doing the work, family. So our sister's in the community. She utilizes her dessert art to push the culture forward. She has a blog, which is very, very important when we're talking about being able to get our information, get our message out there. Very important. Value and impact is more important. Absolutely. Cleveland, Tennessee. Brother Nathan is always here. Always joining us from Cleveland, Tennessee. Shout out to the family out there in Cleveland, Tennessee. I would love to visit. I've been in Tennessee before. Never been to Cleveland, Tennessee. I've been to Gatlinburg. I've been to Knoxville. Rode through Nashville. But never have I actually been to Cleveland, Tennessee. So shout out to the family out there. But having a blog is very important. So I'm going to give y'all some digital real estate game real quick. Okay. When you create a blog, and during that blog, you talk about, or on that blog, you talk about important topics that pertain to your niche or your specific field. It's very important because you're actually able to create a community there and get your message and get your product and everything out to the people, family. So those of us who are watching today and are in entrepreneurship, or you are an entrepreneur, right? And you're struggling with trying to get your message out to people. Maybe you're not comfortable with doing a podcast like we're doing here tonight, right? Where you're actually in front of the camera, you're actually talking to people, but your strength of communication may be writing. Your strength of communication may be writing. You're welcome, my brother. So if you are a powerful writer, but you're not a powerful orator, that's fine, because they have blogs. You can create a blog, as this sister has done, and in that blog, you can voice your opinions. You can write out your thoughts and the things that you want to discuss and create a community around that blog that shares those same ideas. And once you create that community that shares those same ideas, then you can start to present different products, different services that are in that community that they would love to use. And from here, this is how you be able to increase financially. But first, you always want to start with the value, and you want to start with bringing impactful information to the people, because everybody's not gonna do a podcast like this. But it doesn't mean you can't be successful. So you can write, you can be a vlogger. So our sister's a vlogger, and she's been very successful with her vlog family. So let me reach out to sister and see what's going on, because I have not heard back from sis, and she is trying to see. I sent her the link, family. So in the process of doing that, I'm trying to wait and see. I just sent her a text, so I'm gonna see what's going on and see where she at. But anyway, it's all good. You know, things happen. We got to pivot. That's all right. You know, if she hits me back, it's beautiful. If not, then we could always pivot. We can definitely always pivot, family. So, Saturday we're gonna be in Brooklyn. So if you're from Brooklyn, hit the chat right now, family. If you're from Brooklyn, I need you to hit the chat right now. If I got Brooklyn in the house, please come on and hit the chat. Let me know. Let me know what, if you're from New York, let me know. If New York is in the building, please hit the chat right now, family. If New York is in the building, please hit the chat right now, because this Saturday I'm coming to New York. I'll be in New York this Saturday, family. So I need all of my Brooklyn family to stand up. I need Brooklyn family to stand up, all right? If you're from Brooklyn and you're in the chat tonight, I need you to stand up. We will be in New York this upcoming Saturday, family, so that we will be talking to the community about medical racism. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do the podcast last night and touch on that subject, because we're going to be live in person. We did the first event here in Atlanta, Georgia. The second event is going to be in New York City this upcoming Saturday. There's going to be a panelist of medical professionals, legal professionals, lawyers, community activists who are going to be talking about medical racism and apartheid and how it's affecting our communities. And I want to show y'all the flyer for this weekend's event so everybody can see exactly who will be there, as well as the impact that we're looking to make as we go into different cities. New York City is the second city that we're going to be going to. And after that, we got a couple of other stops. I'm going to be keeping everybody updated as it pertains to each city that I'm going to be in, family, because I want us to understand the importance and the severity of what's happening. Because we are literally going against the machine that is saying in every way, in every form, in every facet, that you must take this shot in order for you to get back to living a normal life, family. This is what they're saying. This is what they're saying. All right. So let me share my screen, because I want you to see what's happening here. Okay. Boom. All right. This Saturday. All right, family. This Saturday, we're going to be. Oh, no, this is the wrong flyer. My bad, y'all. My bad. Same event, wrong flyer. My fault. Same event, wrong flyer. Because that one definitely is from ATL. Hold on. Why is the flyer not showing up? Well, this is the weirdest thing ever, because now I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing up on my Instagram. This is just wacko. Okay, hold on. So we'll do this. All right. So either way it go, family. Let me stop sharing this real quick. Either way it go, we'll be in Brooklyn this Saturday, and I'm gonna be part of a panel who's gonna be discussing, your body, your choice. Your body, your choice. Your ability and opportunity to talk about why you have an opportunity and you have a choice to say no to what's going on in your body. And this is the thing, right? Because a lot of people say, well, you are anti such and such. And I got to be careful. I'm just letting you know now. I have to be careful with the verbiage. So if you get in the comment section, please do not use the V word. Do not use, certain terminology, because what happens is when you use that word, I don't know if y'all done seen now, but YouTube has literally created a new policy, and with that policy, they're going to be banning any channels and any pages that talk about certain things. Matter of fact, pull that up, because this is why we got to do what we do, because of this right here. They literally just passed a new policy. YouTube did today, banning anybody for speaking on certain things. Okay, see if I can pull it. Man, they just pulled this thing up today. Hold on for a second, family. I'm trying to pull it up. Because this is very important, and I want y'all to read this. All right, so I need y'all to like, share, subscribe. Everybody that's just coming into the podcast. We had a special guest that was supposed to be coming in, and I guess she had something come up. She didn't let us know, but it's all good because we're gonna pivot over to this new thing that YouTube just dropped today. All right, boom. Check this out. All right, I got it now. Ha ha ha! They can't keep a good one down. All right, here we go, family. Get ready. All right, so y'all see this? YouTube is banning all content that spreads V information. I'm not gonna say it because they ain't gonna get me. All right. They're not going to get me. And even if they do try to get me, family, this is why we got the donation information scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So if you would like to donate, please donate via Cash App, $ Campaign TV Show, or via PayPal, just in case they take the channel down, so that we can continue to raise money to create other opportunities and other sites so that we can continue to pump out information. But you got to send that donation in, family, because you got to be careful. They will try and pull you down. All right, so look, YouTube is banning all content that spreads V misinformation. They just did this 8 hours ago, I believe. This is at 3:11 p.m., September the 29th, okay? YouTube is cracking down on the spread of misinformation by banning misleading and inaccurate content about V's. The platform announced the change in a blog post Wednesday, explaining that its current community guidelines, which already prohibit the sharing of medical misinformation, have been extended to cover currently administered V's that have been proven safe by the World Health Organization and other health officials. The site previously banned content containing false claims about COVID-19 V's under its COVID-19 misinformation policy. The change extends that policy to a far wider number of vaccines.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.
I mean, you can't make this up, family. You can't. You literally can't make this up. My thing is, if it's misinformation, this is the terminology that they're using. If it's misinformation, then why are you trying so hard to stop the people from hearing it? If it has no weight to it, if it has no validity to it, if it has no substance to it, why did you care if people listen to that information? It's people that's on YouTube and all these other social media platforms that say things all day long. They have no validity to it. You don't ban that, but you're banning this. Read more. We're going to read more. Okay? We've steadily seen false claims about the coronavirus V spill over into the misinformation about V's in general. And now we're at a point where it's more important than ever to expand the work we started with the COVID-19 to other V's, the company said. YouTube says it has already taken pages down. YouTube said it now bans videos that claim V's aren't safe or effective or cause other health issues such as cancer and fertility. But if it's not true, family, help me, help you. If it's not true, why are you banning it? If it doesn't cause infertility, why are you trying to pull the platform down? Are you afraid that the people will actually go and research the information that's being said and then they might find something that actually proves the information right? I mean, just help me to understand. Yes, Sister Ann, they're trying to silence the truth. And this is the whole thing. If it's not true, why are you trying to silence it? If it can't be proven, if it's misinformation, why are you even worried about it then? Why are you going so hard? Why are you creating a new extended policies? Why are the news and the White House, the administration on Facebook neck so hard about allowing such and such to be on a platform or allowing this information to be on a platform? I thought this was America where you had the freedom to be what it is that you want to be. I could have swore this is where we lived at. And the way that they talk about communism, the way that they talk about oppression, and the way that they said they was up in Afghanistan trying to stop all of the oppression of the women that live in Afghanistan and the abuse of the people that live in Afghanistan. But all of a sudden in America, the greatest country, the greatest nation on the planet, you cannot have opposite information of what is being given to you or fed to you through your mainstream media networks, regardless of what the World Health Organization has to say. Absolutely right. Hidden agendas. With today's technology, there's no excuse for not doing research. This is the deal. So YouTube said it now bans videos that claims vaccine aren't safe or effective or cause other health issues such as cancer and fertility. If it can't be backed up by research, why are you pulling it down? In its announcement, the company pointed specifically to videos that inaccurately describe the ingredients that are used in bees, as well as allegations that bees contain properties that can be used to track those who receive them. Where did they get this information from? That's my question. If it's not the case, if this stuff is people are just literally making it up out of thin air, where did they get it from? Where did they get this from? They just woke up one day and said, I'm going to say on the internet that the V's have a tracking system in it and the government is behind it. I'm going to say that the ingredients of the V's have X, Y, and Z in it. They just woke up one day and decided they was going to do this. Oh, not to mention the fact that there are doctors, lawyers, scientists who are saying these things. YouTube, Facebook, Google are trying to silence medical professionals. I just want to throw that out there. They haven't mentioned it yet, but they're silencing medical professionals. They're not just silencing some old dude in the garage that got a podcast that's talking about the ingredients or something. They're not silencing people who are just randomly getting online discussing these things. They're silencing doctors. There are doctors who have been medical professionals for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. They're threatening to take their license to practice as a physician because of their position. You understand what I'm saying? They're not just silencing anybody. So if the doctors have an opposing view, why are you silencing them? Because you just said on your news clips and on your news coverage, the thing that you always talking about is follow the science, right? They don't want to follow the science. They're not looking at the science. Well, but the scientists are the ones that are speaking about this. The scientists are the ones that are speaking about this. And you're now silencing them using this policy, family. Using this policy. So, boy, y'all done got me riled up. I had to come on and touch on this because this is something that we're going to continue to watch and develop as the weeks progress on forward. Do you know there are nurses that stood up and walked out? Oh, I got to pull it up. Oh my gosh. I got to pull it up, family, because it's very important that we understand what's happening. They're trying to force the healthcare workers in New York City, to get this, and they stood up. They stood up. See? They're literally firing staff because of what's going on. Let me see. Oh yeah, here you go. September. Yep. So what you seeing, family, is a lot of these healthcare workers, a lot of these police officers. Hey, it's people that's standing up. It's standing up on this, man. And you can't just go get no nurses off. You can't just go get them off the couch now. You can't go get these medical professionals off the couch. So this is what's happening because of what you got going on. These are the people that are speaking out on YouTube. These are the people that are going on social media talking about what they know, what they've experienced, what they've seen. They done seen these V's come down different types. And it has not looked like this. In its announcement, the company pointed specifically to videos that include that inaccurately describe what ingredients are used in V's, as well as other allegations that V's contain properties that are used to track those that receive them. There are some exceptions. Users are still allowed to share content related to their personal experiences with the V, but only if those videos adhere to the site's community guidelines and the channel in question doesn't routinely encourage V hesitancy. So what they're saying is that you can put up a video talking about your personal experience as long as it doesn't violate the site's community guidelines. So if the guidelines say that you can talk about the V, but you can't talk negatively about it, if you had a negative experience with it, you can't share that. That's basically what it just said. And you cannot, and the channel in question doesn't routinely encourage V hesitancy. So if your stance in it is that I took it, I had a adverse reaction to it, I don't support, I don't encourage anybody else to do it, all of a sudden your channel gets taken down. Your video gets taken down because you basically are promoting your personal experience. You can't make this up, family. So you can't tell people, you can't discourage people not to get it. The new mandate goes into effect immediately, and YouTube has already removed pages known for sharing anti-V sentiments, such as those belonging to prominent V opponents, Joseph Mercola, Aaron Elizabeth, Sherry Tenpenny, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Children's Health Defense Organization. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has a nonprofit organization dedicated to children's health defense because of what he saw with the V's, because of what the CDC whistleblowers, have came out and said and exposed about what's going on in the laboratories when it comes to the V's, family. See, they're not trying to silence anybody that's just coming off the couch. They're not trying to silence anybody that that is unqualified. They're not trying to silence just somebody speaking about their own personal experience. They're trying to silence the doctors, the lawyers, the scientists, the ones who work for the CDC. Those people they're trying to silence. The people that have the numbers, the people that have the information, the people that have seen the studies, family. It's a co-op. It's a co-op. They at it. But listen, this was not the topic of the show tonight. And we will pick back up on this at another time because it's very important. probably tomorrow night we will go ahead and further discuss this because I want to get more in depth in this and talk about what the Honorable Mr. Louis Farrakhan spoke about as it pertains to the censorship and what's happening through the media and how the mainstream, how media itself has been compromised. So we will be picking back up on that, family. But our guest is in the building, and we will spend the next or the last part of the show talking with her about her experience as it pertains to her business and her entrepreneurship. So, we had got a little fired up in here discussing some other things, sis. So,
Hey, you hear me?
yes, ma'am, we can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear.
What's going
We
on,
can hear you.
brother?
Yes, ma'am. Peace, peace, peace. I'm glad to have you on. Like I said, we was fired up in here, discussing some other things, but we glad to have you in the building. I need everybody that's in the chat tonight. I need you to give my sister a virtual round of applause as she comes to join us tonight in the Campaign TV show. Family, I need y'all to welcome my sister. Let her know how much love we have, all the positive vibes that we have here at the Campaign TV show. And she's going to be talking to us about her journey in entrepreneurship. And for those who are just coming into the chat, those who are just coming into the show, I am your brother King Cam. This is the Campaign TV show, and where we discuss everything that's dealing with the culture. This is my sister, Made by Cake Kitchen. She has her own blog. She has her own company. She is a baker. She's from the Bronx. She's about her bag. You understand what I'm saying? So, without further ado, I want to bring my sister to the stage. Let us know a little bit more about yourself, sis.
Thank you for having me, first and foremost. So my name is Kay. I'm from the Bronx, New York. Was born in Manhattan, started my first early years in Washington Heights. So I'm all around the city. I have a food and lifestyle blog.
Shout out to Washington Heights in the building.
Yeah, nah, it's love over there. Always love. I have a blog called Made by K Kitchen. It's a foodie blog, and basically, I just bake and I teach the community. A part of my passion and my calling was always to teach and educate. And I always thought I was going to be some type of teacher. I actually taught for 8 years of my life. But I realized you can't get rich from being a teacher, and you are censored and definitely restricted on teaching your own people. So I said, nah, we got to do something different. We got to do something better. I came into the foodie scene around 2015, 2016. And it's it's just a whole world. Food is not something that we like. It's something that we need. So it will always be universal. And that's the tool that I use to, reach my people. So it's been amazing thus far. Just my creativity, being able to be a creative being. I'm a woman, so my feminine nature is to be creative. So I love doing dessert art, cooking, and I didn't grow up doing it, contrary to popular belief. I didn't have the story of the grandma in the kitchen that you hear all of these other chefs. I had to teach myself and grind it out. But it's beautiful. It's very peaceful in the kitchen if you allow it to be. So that's just a little bit about myself.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And thank you for that introduction, sis. And let's get right into it. So, one of the things that I read, was the fact that you consider baking to be a therapy.
Yes.
And obviously it's a therapy for you, as you just mentioned. It's so peaceful in the kitchen, if you allow it to be. How do you allow your cooking to become therapeutic for yourself, and how do you tie that into your community outreach?
So cooking.
Uh oh, we done lost you, sis. You back? We back? Hello? Uh oh, Sister K, got a with the signal on the Wi-Fi looking like, sis, with the signal.
Oh, can you hear me now?
There we go. I can hear you now. Yes, ma'am. Uh oh. Sister Love said no, sir. Yeah, it's a little choppy, sis. It's a little choppy. So see if you can maybe move to another area where it may be a little bit better, and then we can go from there. Yeah. So while she's working on that, family, again, she said we believe that baking is therapy, and in her community, they teach the importance of wellness in unwell environments. Now, that right there is a real jump off the screen for me because a lot of our people grow up in unwell environments. You back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
Listen, I pay for my Wi-Fi, so don't judge me.
now.
I don't know what's been going on. Lord, Lord, Lord. But as I was saying, just being in the kitchen itself, there's a lot of downtime, right? So there's time for you to think, there's time for you to reflect. And, being in a city, like if you're in any major city, it's always upbeat. So you need that time to yourself. So the kitchen is absolutely a place where I reflect. And just also, I don't have to do too much overthinking about life because I'm focused on my meal, right? I'm focused on my recipe. So it's just it's a time for myself. And then also I usually cook for people, right? So I love making something that tastes great and just looks beautiful. So I take my time with it. It's like a matrix. It just puts you into this matrix of peace coming from the matrix of chaos, which is everyday life. So
Mm,
it's just a real peaceful place. I remember the honorable minister, he said, the kitchen is not your place, but your base, right? And so I'm like, I said, yeah, like I feel that growing up in an environment, I'm one of four children on my mom's side, cooking was always like a chore to her, right? And when I
mm,
speak to my peers that have children, like they get annoyed when I talk about how beautiful the kitchen is. I don't feel like cooking. I'm gonna just, and it's unfortunate because as a woman, my job is to nurture, right? And that's a part of that, making sure that people are fed and tend.
Come on now, talk about that now.
Yeah, we lost our place when it comes to nurturing. Like it's not a chore, and if it feels like a chore, it's because we're not doing enough of organizing our time. Because it could be so beautiful in the kitchen. But how I use it to reach out to people, everybody's hungry always, right? Like
Always.
always. So even if no one even knew my name, they're on my page because of my food, because of the things that I'm posting, because of how good something looks. So it's kind of like bait, right? It's good bait,
Yeah.
right? It's real bait. But it brings people into my world, right? And a part of who I am, a part of what Made by K is just to build up our community. So once you're there, right, it's like,
Mm,
okay, I'm here, I'm on this page, but what am I going to leave these people with, right? And so it's whether it's me on live, whether I'm talking to you about just food and diet and recipes and just anything to give you energy, strength, whatever it is, it's everything to build us up, right? And then we talk about issues that we have in the community, but I feel like my goal is to be, master facilitator. My goal is to be the resource, just like grandma in the kitchen, just like auntie in the kitchen. Where do you go when you need some help, when you need some advice, you need someone to
right.
talk to? So I just base my brand of, just being that facilitator and that resource for the community. And I've been doing it for over 10 years. And I just feel blessed. I feel like I'm called to do that, and I do it gladly.
Yes, ma'am. One thing that came to my mind as you were discussing that, was value. And, in today's climate, a lot of people place value on the black woman based on things that are not necessarily um tangible for or things that actually fit the role or the nature of a woman.
Yes,
You have a lot of things that people, men are saying, well, what are black women bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table? That would be of value to me because I have X, Y, and Z already. And one of the things that a woman does is bring security as well as nurturing to the table through her ability to facilitate in the kitchen. You
that's
know,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Through her
Right.
ability to facilitate through the kitchen, because brothers, we can do a whole lot of stuff. But if you're sick, brother, you're not going to be able to do any of the business that you set out to do. If you're
Mhm.
unable to get up out of the bed because you have poor health, then you're not going to be able to do any of the plans that you have set forth. So it's very important, and it's a major key if the sister understands her nature and her role. And as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, women have to be scientists of food. They
Mm,
have to be scientists of the food,
mm,
because the rest of the family depends on her science of the food that gives us life and energy.
amen.
Gives us life and energy. So her value can never be equated to any numerical figure. There's
Yeah.
no numerical figure that could go to or be attached to the nature and to the value of the woman, because it's really it's unvaluable. It's no number that you could put on that, family. So I wanted to bring that to the attention of the audience, because I think that's very important. It gets lost in translation, especially with a lot of these relationship conversations that go on today, as it pertains to women and what they bring to the table. So I think that's very important. Now, you mentioned you taught for 8 years and you've been doing this for 10 years. So could you talk about how your experience as a teacher led you to entrepreneurship and community activism or community engagement?
Yes. So I always knew that I wanted to knew that I wanted to um, give off that energy that I've always felt, right? Like since I was young. And in a way to do that is, through teaching. And of course, you think traditional teaching, right? You don't think of
Mm-hmm.
the possibilities because they don't really give them to you. You basically go the traditional route when you're learning, as a student. And going into the school system, I've taught children with behavioral and social needs up in Westchester. I've taught preschool students, kindergarten students, all the way up into ninth grade. And one thing that I've learned is that they always try to put a cap on how much I can help, right?
Mm.
And so you know in your heart, if you're a spiritual being, you know when the mission is not complete. You know when there's more work that needs to be done. So for me, I'm looking at these people where the students they look like me. You understand? They're black and they're going through the issues that I'm going through. And who are you, white teacher or white, principal, to tell me that I can't go further and how I tend to my young brother or my young sister.
That's
So
right.
I started to see a disconnect where it's like, do you really want them to have help?
Mm.
And then I realized
Yeah.
was way more about compliance for funding than it was to help and build students, right? And so I said that like something is off, and I learned just very early on that things were off, and I've never been the person to not question things. People always got mad at me because I asked a lot of questions. I'm mad at you that you don't ask enough questions.
Yeah, that's me too. That's me too. Don't feel bad. They always try to do us bad, Sister K, because we was
Yeah,
asking
like,
questions. And like, you asked too many questions. No, you got to ask enough. You don't
Like,
ask enough questions.
exactly. I'm asking the right questions, right? Not
Right.
just you asking enough. Are you even asking the right questions? And then I learned very early on that like my way of thinking was just different from most of the people around me, right? And that's why I always love, the BWO, is because I came into an environment of people that thought like me and understood, my thought process. So anyway, fast forward, they just also wasn't paying me enough. They would say how I was the best teacher and you actually cared about the kids and you're amazing. Okay, so where's the money to, like what's going on,
Right.
and it just would never happen. And so I said no. I know that I'm intelligent enough to make money, at minimum make more than what they're giving me. And so that started my journey of like independence from the system, and then just getting my feet wet with teaching people, teaching young women, teaching young Black women. Then now, more recently, in the last like 2 to 3 years, I'm engaged. I also have, a nephew that's an adult, young adult. My interest in helping and building the Black man, right? I was always with, young Black women because I'm a Black woman, but I started to see like, no, no, no. There's something going on with our young Black men as well. Again, I'm from the Bronx, right? And everyone loves to portray this whole, strong Black woman. We don't need strong Black women. We need strong Black households. We need strong Black
Mm.
men.
Bars. Bars.
All of these like just these moments of just like being awake and just being alert to what's really going on. I said, no, I need to do better. And if you are as good as you say you are, if you trust in God the way you say that you do, then he's going to lead you exactly where you need to be. And he has not failed me since. So I just love giving back genuinely, like just being connected with my brothers and sisters genuinely. And I just feel like it's nothing better, especially in the time that we're in right now. Like, what else are we doing? Right? Like, money is gonna come, money is gonna be there. Like, that's cool, but look at the state of Black people. Like, what else are we doing? What are you doing? Yes, have fun. Yes, do your thing. Yes, build your business. But how are you helping? Because people don't understand those two things are directly correlated. Your business and the state of Black people as a collective, right? So you can't just be all about making money. What are you doing for your community? Right, because we all have to grow. So I'm focused. I'm focused on making sure that we the best that we could be, and I'm just making sure that I do what I have to do in this lifetime of mine, just to not disappoint God, because I feel like he wants us to take care of each other. So focus.
Yeah, and a couple of different things that come to mind. But before I say that, family, thank you all for tuning in tonight to the Campaign TV show. I am your host, Brother King Cam. So those of you who are just coming into the chat, for all of my Facebook family, I need you to like, and I need you to comment. And I need you to hit the comment section. Let me know what city, what state that you're tuning in from. If you're joining us from our YouTube channel, shout out to the YouTube family. I need you to hit that bell so you can stay notified every time we drop a video. Subscribe to the channel, and you can also hit the chat over there as well. Thank you all for joining us. Sis, they said they really enjoying this podcast tonight. They like what you're saying. You're giving a lot of valuable information. And it's funny because right before you came on, I talked about impact, and I talked about, as business owners and entrepreneurs, it's not about making money. Yeah, making money is fine. You can go into business, but at the same time, what is the deeper connection? What is the deeper goal? What is the mission that you're doing your business for? What problem are you solving? Because if you solve problems and you impact people, you're automatically going to make money. You're going to be reciprocated. You're going to be blessed financially by creating solutions to people's problems as an entrepreneur. But if all you're focused on is making money, you're never going to see why it's important for you to bring value to people's lives. And ultimately, it's going to be a financial hit on you because you're not going about it the right way. See, in the scripture, it says to seek ye first the kingdom of heaven or the kingdom of God. So first, it's the work of the people. Yeah. First is impacting the people. And once you do that work, and as you go walking through your purpose and doing that work, then God will fulfill you with everything else that you need. So it says, and all these things shall be added unto you. So after you start doing the work, all the other things will be added as you walk in your purpose, as you serve his people, as you impact and add value. So when I see somebody like yourself who's impacting the community, young Black women, young men as well now, through your artistry of baking, it's very important, and it's a real testimony to everything that we like, that we teach in digital real estate, and also just as an overall entrepreneur, how you should go about building your business. So you mentioned the fact that, you saw some issues with Black men that needed to be addressed. What were some of the things that you were seeing with our Black men, and how that impacted Black households?
So for sure, I saw that it was like a lack of motivation, a lack of taking initiative. I've seen a lot of Black men let women take the lead in the household. And I think that has a lot to do with how we were raised, right? The generation before us, or the two generations before us, our parents and our grandparents, a lot of households didn't have their dads, right? So they were used to seeing the mom be the strong woman, the mom take care of everything, right? And as humans, right, we observe and then create learned behavior, right? So we just mimic our parents. So, and even if it's not intentional, sometimes subconsciously, it's like, oh, I saw my mother go this hard, then my expectation of you is to go this hard. And I think that that's where a lot of the disconnect is, especially with couples right now, Black men and Black women. There's this newfound expectation of women being breadwinners, right? 40 years
Mm.
ago, men just wanted a hot meal, and just the household to be taken care of. Now there's an expectation of not only the household being taken care of, but also you being a financial, just a person of just financial influence in the household,
Mm.
like extensively, right? So if I'm
Right.
taking care of the babies and I'm cooking the meals and I'm cleaning the home and I'm working 8 to 10 hours a day, I'm traveling 2 to 3 hours, like I'm gonna go crazy, right? So I feel like I'm like, okay, well, we get you, sister. We see what the issues are, right? So let's go to the brothers and let's just see why we, and I'm talking from my own personal experience with my own relationship, right?
Right.
And we went through therapy, couples therapy, literally having to break down these things. He was raised in a single family home with just his mom, seeing his mom being the strong person. I've been in clubhouse chats where women and men talk about this all the time. And I said, okay, well, we need some motivation, right? I remember
Mm.
a year ago how I even got introduced to, BWO and ABS. A year ago, I remember crying in my tub, telling God, like, look, I can't do this by myself, right? I'm strong and I'm going hard, but like, I can't do it by myself. There's a lot of people that I love, and the energy is just not where it needs to be, for us to prosper as a household. And lo and behold, I come across a viral video of 19 Keys, and it opened this door of all of these motivated, grounded, hungry, ambitious Black men. And I swear to you, I thought it didn't exist for years. I'm like, where is it, right? And I thought it did not exist. I was just on a phone call last night with my friend, and I'm literally sending her all of you guys' pages, right? And she's like, yo, like, and it's so crazy that it's just the world of abundance. And I thank God for the internet, right? Because now,
Yeah.
because of everyone in the BWO and digital real estate, and brother Ben and brother Jake, it's like now I'm in a relationship where my man is talking about stocks, where my man left his old job and now he's onto entrepreneurship and also having, his 9 to 5, but now he works a job only 3 days a week instead of 6 days a week, making more money because of how he's thinking, as opposed to, this whole indoctrinated system, right? But as
Mm.
a woman, I couldn't tell him that. He had to see the power of the Black man for himself, right? I got him on the nation calls, message to the Black man. Like, I wasn't. And it's so beautiful to watch. It's like him come alive spiritually.
Mm.
And just for his mind to be so watered. And I thank God, just for you guys and the work that y'all put in, because young Black men need to see thriving Black men. Representation is so important. And as much as us women love to be, talking a lot and letting us know, we're women at the end of the day. So it's
Uh-oh, y'all. Uh-oh. She didn't cut out, but she back. She back.
come on.
Yeah.
They're on us. All right. So no, but I think young Black men need to see it for themselves, right? And so representation is so important. So I'm just grateful, that I was able, one, to go to God, right? Because I had to pray, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that once you do go to God, He brings your energy where it needs to be. And then taking, just looking at these videos and not being angry, right? You get frustrated, but You're never going to go anywhere if you're angry. You just have to learn, educate, and stay the course. So my goal now, right, because there are a lot of resources for young Black women. Young Black women are leading when it comes to entrepreneurship, right? And a lot of Black women think that that's a plus, but that's not a plus, because where are the brothers, right? We need to do everything in unison, right? Like when people say that, I've heard girls, yeah, because Black women, we leading. Yeah, but you're also single, upset, frustrated, and don't know why you're mad, right? You're mad because we're out of balance as a collective,
Oh,
right?
come on with them teachers now. Come
Yeah,
on.
like so I'm grateful, and I see that there is just an opportunity for Black men to be built up. And I always learn, like, you don't have to start something new if it's already out there. That's why I'm grateful for BWO, ABS, digital real estate. And when I tell you I'm just swinging them y'all way, just continue to swing them y'all way. Because to watch the enlightenment of a brother, of a fiance, of a nephew, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to watch. And it makes me feel so hopeful for us as a community that we getting where we need to be. So
Wow, 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 family. So if you just tuning in right now to the Campaign TV show, I'm here and I'm talking directly with my sister Kay, who has a blog by the name of Made by Kay Kitchen. She's a artist in the kitchen by way of baking. And she does also community work where she works with young women. She taught for 8 years in the school system in New York City. She's from the Bronx. And now she's also working with young men. And she just really laid out the foundation on what we need to be doing in our community and how we can begin to restructure and rebuild the Black home, because Black families are the cornerstones for nation. Family is the cornerstone for a nation. So if the family is destroyed, then you can never build a nation, because you can't build without having cornerstones, family. So I want us to really understand, what my sister was really talking about, and how, that's very powerful. I was actually talking to a brother today, how I saw some young brothers in my community, and they're like walking up and down the street, and I'm saying it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm saying to myself, well, they should be at work right now. They're too old to be in school, from what I can see. So, but you never see a lot of women. Now, let me take that back, because I'm replaying this in my mind. I see women that walk up and down my street, but sis is going to work though, because she in her uniform. You know what I mean? So it's a different dichotomy. She's going to work. She got her bag or whatever. She walking to the bus stop, because the bus stop not too far. But she going to work. But my mans and them is walking to the corner store, and then I see them coming back, and they not going to work. So, as Sister K mentioned, there is a issue with the Black man. And when the issue with the Black man, when he's not properly on post, when he's not in his rightful position, when he has not been fed and edified through the knowledge of God, understanding the knowledge of self, then he will not understand who he is and what he's supposed to be. So he can never be what he's supposed to be for his family, for his wife, for his children, for himself. So there's always going to be an imbalance in the households until a man gets his mind right. So what my sister is saying is so important, that we have to understand and look at why the community is in the condition that it's in. And it's because the basis of the family deals with the male and female relationship. And because there's an imbalance, you see the falling away of the Black family. So we all have to do our part in encouraging young Black men to do and be who they are, pushing them towards different positive, influential information and influential peaceful people. So shout out to my sister for, pushing as many people towards the BWO, towards, ABS, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. Message to the Black man for sure, because this is what produced myself. This is what gives you a 19 keys, Brother Ben X, is the message and the ministry of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, family. So that's so important, and why the Nation of Islam is so necessary, specifically with Black men. When they get themselves together, the house will start to get themselves together as well. So, sis, I definitely appreciate you coming on, but we got to talk about the blog. We can't go without the blog. So you have a blog, and where you discuss different things. in your blog. Could you talk about, what was the motivating factor behind creating the blog? I was talking earlier that many people, they have a lot to say, they have a lot on their mind, but they don't really know how to get it out, right? So
Yeah.
everybody's not going to be doing a video podcast the way we are, but they have the ability to write out what it is that they want to say. They actually are beautiful writers. So I was using you as an example of how you can now take that talent of writing and communication and create a blog, and from that blog be able to build your community. So could you just share with us your experience, what motivated you to start your blog, and how people can tap into it?
Yes, sir. So I've always been a great writer. I've always found joy in writing. I've written poetry since I was real small, probably like 6, 7 years old. Have books of poetry that reflect the times that I'm in. Literally in high school, boy after boy, just poems of boy after boy. So I just always used writing as an outlet. And then somewhere along the line, it kind of phased out, right? And it was no surprise that I was going through.
Uh-oh. So listen. Uh-oh, I got you. You back? It cut out for a second. While sis is trying to get this signal back strong. There she go again. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I've always, used to write from when I was a child. So and I
Oh, you cut out again. You cut out again, sis. For everybody that is just joining us here, I'm your host, Brother King Cam, here in the Campaign TV show, and I'm here with my sister Kay, Made by Kay Kitchen. She's talking to us about her entrepreneur journey, the outreach that she does in the community, as well as her blog that she writes. So for those who are just tapping in, I need you to comment in the comment section, like, share. If you're coming to us via YouTube, I need you to subscribe, hit that bell so you can stay notified every time we drop a video. Back to you, Sister Kay.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, so for me, again, food is universal. So I started with catering and it took off, but I didn't have the means, nor did I have the support.
Boy, that catering, boy, is heavy. Well, if you popping like that with the catering, you gonna be
Yeah,
lit.
and you need a team. You need a strong army. So I say, I love to cook, but I just don't want to cater, right? I'm like, I just don't
Mm.
feel like it. It's too much, and it's taking the love and the passion and this therapeutic feeling that I got from cooking. It's taking it away. And so I started to research what is your goal? Like, what are your goals? What is your end goal? What's the plan, sis? Like, I had to have a conversation with myself, like, what's the plan? And then I started coming across these YouTubers, right? And they start talking about their checks. And I've always been interested in how people make money, the process. I've always been interested in that.
Yeah, you
And they
was interested in them checks. That's what you was interested in them
damn right, So
checks.
they made an 8K check, a 12K a month check, 15K a month check. And I'm like, from YouTube? Right. And so I remember having that thought. Fast forward, I'm talking to some lady, she's a promoter, and she was telling me, she's like, your food business, you need to take it to YouTube. Like, that's where, you're gonna get a lot of traction. And I'm just like, this is like the second or third thing that's calling to me. And I'm just like, why don't you just become a blog? You love to write. You can
Mm.
connect to people through your voice, whether it's your written voice or you projecting it on, Instagram or on a video on your website. And you can make money long term. Like, you can reach an audience, a big audience, and you don't have to worry about selling 100 cupcakes because you can reach 100,000 people through one video from your house, right? And
That's a
so for
fact.
me, I said, oh no, Like we switching it up. And so I rebranded. I went from Made by K Events and Dessert Catering to Made by K Kitchen in the beginning of 2020. And it's been up ever since for, just me reaching out and having a digital platform. And it's just been beautiful. The, connectivity with people, me being able to reach people. And it's just, it flows. And I'm just so grateful that whatever the spark was, I'm sure that that was God, my intuition, my spirit, whatever we gonna call it, it was leading me to, to this energy. So I'm just happy I figured it out at the time that I figured it out, because right now it's like everything is working the way that it should. Right now, everything is blowing up, especially because of the pandemic, people staying home, people want to cook more. So it's everything is just at the right timing, the divine timing. So once we get to 5K on Instagram, we at 48 something right now. So we about like 180 away from 5K. I dropped the website. And then I just shot my first 3 videos for my new YouTube platform. So we working, and I'm just so excited. I'm at Made by K Kitchen on Instagram, Made by K Kitchen, Facebook and Twitter. And it's just been a really beautiful journey. I've gone through some traumatic experience. I'm sure a lot of us have as Black people. And I'm going to speak my journey. I've always been not fearful, but I've always been mindful of censoring myself. And through the BWO tribe, Sister Naomi, Sister Victoria, no, you're not going to censor yourself. You're going to speak your mind. I was on a coaching session with Kalima, who's 19 Key's sister. She's saying the same thing. She said, no, you're going to speak your mind. She said, although you have no intention to cause ill will, sometimes, like, your story will hurt people, and that's okay. That's not your intention, but you need to be able to tell your story, right? And I've always been cognizant of that, because I have very, very strong parents, right? And a lot of my trauma came from my household. But I have faith in God, and I'm going to continue to tell my story, because there's a lot of people that go through what I go through. So I'm not the typical baking, platform. A young woman was like, I never thought I was going to come onto a baking platform and hear someone speak the way that they hear. So using food as a tool to get, the awareness to my community, that's the amazing start. But my story is what's going to leave people with something for themselves and something to take away. So I'm just so grateful that I have clarity on what I want to do, and that it's aligning with helping my people in the end.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is digital real estate 101 right there, family. That's really how you do it. When you really understand what you're calling, your purpose, what you call to do, and how you can impact your people, family, then you can start to create that content on your social media platforms that show your authentic self and really connect to the people that you're looking to connect to. So I am excited to follow your journey on Instagram, excuse me, on Instagram, and all your other platforms. I can't wait for YouTube to get popping, because that's going to be great. Excellent platform. You're able to monetize. You in digital real estate, so we giving it up all the way up in digital real estate. It's up and it's stuck. You're gonna be able to make these checks, get this money, and that's what we're gonna do, family. So I certainly appreciate it, and you already let everybody know where to find you at. I got it right up here on the screen. Made by K Kitchen on our platform. Is that correct? Spell it right. All that's good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So so let us know what you have coming up next. Any events, any classes, you know what I'm saying? Like free master class coming up. What you got going on?
So I started something called the Cake Coach Academy, because I've been teaching many of my peers about business. My first business was in 2011. I was 21 when business wasn't as prominent in the Black community.
What, 21? I thought you were 21 now.
Oh no, I'm 31 now. And I learned so much, right? I learned, I took so many L's, so many lessons, so many blessings from that first business experience. And I've been like always been the go-to person. So I started the Cake Coach Academy just so that I can continue to teach and be more business focused outside of the Foodie platform. So we're our first like Zoom conference is going to be a free conference, and we're going to be talking about the transition from 9 to 5 to business, because right now a lot of people are getting fired or quitting their jobs because of what's going on in the world, right? And so I
Yes.
said we need to have just a talk, right? Before we even jump into business and all those good things, let's talk, right? So that's going to be coming in 2 weeks. So and I'm gonna drop that on Made by K Kitchen platform on Instagram. So be on the lookout for that. And then we just did our Wine and Dine Mastermind in the Bronx, which is just a collaboration to support Black chefs and Black pastry chefs, and then
Okay.
have business seminars for anyone who's new in business. So we merged those two. So the next one is going to be in Atlanta, and then the third one is going to be in Miami. So
Oh, you coming to my city, huh? You coming to the A.
yeah,
Lucky
I
you
might
on
be
the.
coming permanently, quiet as kept. So
Okay, okay, okay.
the Bronx has been a beautiful place, but all of my colleagues who's out there, they're like, I don't know what you waiting for. You of all people need to be in this thriving city.
Oh Lord! Now you
I,
know I usually vet everybody that be trying to come to Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the I'm like the mayor of the city, so you know what I'm saying. Like so I gotta vet everybody that won't come down here, wanna chop it up with us in Atlanta, because you know we doing what we do. You know what I mean? The
listen,
black mecca out here.
we gotta bring some of this little Bronx sauce over there to Atlanta. It's a lot of
Oh, all
people
right,
from New
all
York
right.
down there, but yeah, so I'm just so excited. So God willing, should be moving before the end of the year. So we're excited to bring the Wine and Dine Mastermind, and basically the tickets that are purchased for the event, it supports a Black chef and a Black pastry chef. So everything that I do is going to support a Black person in one way or another. So just be on the lookout, family.
That's dope. So listen, we're gonna have to discuss offline how I can help with your conference that you got coming to Atlanta. I am family. If you was not able to get anything out of this podcast show tonight, I don't know what you was watching. My sister came with the heat. She talked about the community. She talked about how she was able to build her business, how she used the experiences in her life to really hone in on her purpose, her calling, how she's being able to create income, to helping people to transition from the 9 to 5 to entrepreneurship, especially as they go after your jobs today, and how the economic climate is shaping up. We have to be able and understand how we can make money online and make money on multiple streams of income, and not just relying upon one source of income, family. So this was a beautiful discussion. I'm so happy to have you on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
They said yes, ma'am. They said congratulations. I wanted to also tell you congratulations on your engagement as well.
Thank you so much.
Sister said it's been the show has been very beneficial, very valuable tonight, family. So if you would like to donate to the Campaign TV Show podcast, it is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. You can donate via Cash App at the Campaign TV Show on Cash App. And if you would like to join the podcast community so that you can stay up to date on guests, podcast episodes, things that I have going on, then you can text podcast to the number 404-737-1030. It's at the bottom of the screen as well. If you would like to be a part of the podcast community and receive daily text messages, motivation, information about the podcast, upcoming guests, places I'm going to be traveling, you can text podcast to 404-737-1030. I'm going to be in Brooklyn on Saturday. We got an event up there on Saturday. So we're going to be talking to the community. I'm going to be on a panel speaking to our people about medical racism. So if you're in the building, make sure you show up and show out Brooklyn. I'm going to need you to be in there. And then we also have a press conference Monday morning in New York as well. So that's definitely going to be beneficial. So make sure you stay tapped in with that. Well, Sister K, I appreciate you for being tuned in, sis. I want you to hang on. I don't want you to get off because I want to speak to you offline. But we appreciate everybody, family. They said tonight was very motivational. Sis said, thank you, sis, for your time and your energy. So the people love you. They appreciate you coming through and sharing your experience with us. And I will see y'all on the next podcast episode, family. This is your brother, King Cam. Peace and blessings, all right? Y'all have a beautiful and black-tastic night.
Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave you. They gave leadership to our foreparents, and that leadership made them slaves. But we have decided to find a leadership of our own.
Not your average nigga, I'm a god out the hood. They can't downplay me. I came up, I'm elevated. I ain't gotta say too much for them to know I'm coming for what's mine. You know they see me in my presence, say they see how I'm coming. Young, but you not just gonna finesse me like you did my peoples. Then back when you said they was emancipated. This ain't that. Your head too big, you feeling yourself. The game wasn't fair, you had the advantage, we wasn't educated. I don't look at you people the same. Nah. Your worst nightmare, my skin tone about them chains. Yeah. Not no circus lion, son, I can't be tamed. You gon' have to kill me, pussy, Toby ain't my name. Y'all still want us think our history started when we were slaves? What? Come on now, talk about them pyramids we made. I'm chosen by that man, you know y'all just been running game. The nerve of you act